All right. Happy Wednesday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. So if you're not smiling yet, I challenge you to put a smile on your face. Okay. Make your day go better. Get you started off right. Okay. But the word for today um, is passion. Passion. And the definition I pulled from passion is showing or caused by a strong feeling or a strong belief. Mark Anthony said this: passionate souls burn with a fire few can handle, yet none can resist. Think about times in your life like that you've just had passion. And the way I describe passion, the in my mind is it's those moments in Brent Palmer's life where I'm really excited when the alarm clock goes off and bam, my feet hit the floor. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like nobody's ever had to get you really excited to go on a big vacation you're excited about. Like you have no problem getting your feet to hit the floor to go get on an airplane and fly to Hawaii or wherever that is, you know? But imagine those moments. Think back. What about when you were a kid? You had no problem hitting the floor with passion to go open the Christmas presents, right? See what Santa Claus brought you. And but I've also had moments in my life where I was 1-9. Now, for anybody that's not sports fans, it's okay. You know that if 1 win and 9 losses is not a good thing. And so I've experienced the times where my feet hit the floor just a little bit slower than normal. But man, passion's a great thing when you've got it. Almost nothing great has ever happened or been achieved without passion. One of the things in this lesson, when the word passion was given, that I looked up is Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, Civil War, passion. Like he preserved the Union and he modernized the U.S. economy at the time of the Civil War, but he did it with passion. A lot of people talked about how he presented himself to people, firm, passionate. I think about Vince Lombardi, Tracy Turnberg, Green Bay Packers, buddy. I know you got your shoulders back, your chest out right now. Vince Lombardi was a passionate person. Like he he did amazing things for the Packers and that organization. Steve Jobs. Have you ever watched the documentary on Steve Jobs back when he was at Atari? Anybody remember Atari? Back in the day, the Atari video game. And he looked at his boss one day and he's like, I want the job. Like, I don't want to work. I want to do it. I want to do this myself. I want to design something myself. And so he gave him that ability. And does anybody ever remember Tetris? Like the whole, yeah. So that's all tied to Steve Jobs. So, and it blew him away at Atari, right? Before he went on to do what he did at Apple. Think about great artists. What about Tom Petty? Any Tom Petty fans in here? You know, for all our Florida natives that's going through the hurricane. Yeah, a little Tom Petty. If you really want to get your day started off right today, go Spotify Won't Back Down. Go Spotify that. Go listen to that. You'll be ready to go out and tackle somebody in your front yard. So, but really, what is passion? I looked up the word passion in several dictionaries, and nearly all of them focused on like romance, love, intense romance, like it. But then I came across, it's like all that garbage, you know. And then I came across the Urban Dictionary, right? The Urban Dictionary of passion And here's what it said, and I'm going to end with this. Passion is when you put more energy into something than is required to do it. It is more than just enthusiasm and excitement. Passion is ambition that is materialized into action to put as much heart, mind, body, and soul into something as is possible. Have you ever had that job or that profession where like you didn't care what day it was? You were just excited to go. You were excited to go into the office. I love my little office here that I have in my hometown. I never like frown upon going to the office and getting after it. And I'm just so blessed and grateful for that. And I believe that in the business world, business people with passion, they're like magnets. They're always attracting supporters, helpers, like just people that want to be around them because of what they're putting out there, right? So I guess for me this morning with passion, it's like thinking about my own interests, the work that I love to do, the hobbies I enjoy. Like, what are my true passions, and how can I do more with my things that I'm so passionate about? And I challenge you to look at that and think about that the same way. And don't forget Tom Petty today, because that'll fire you up on this hump day. Okay. Andrea, I'll turn it to you.
Well, now you got me wanting some Tom Petty radio, so I'm going to have to pull that up. So love me some Tom Petty. But the quote that I found was, one person with passion is better than 40 people merely interested. And that's E.M. Forster. And isn't that true? Like when we're fired up about something, don't we create so much more? Don't we do so much more? Don't we enjoy it so much more? Like it's just, everything is better with passion. So how do we reignite that passion within ourselves? Because sometimes we can get, kind of stuck in the mundane. Sometimes we can get so overwhelmed. Maybe this is just me, but sometimes we can just get so overwhelmed by just the everyday life that we can forget to feel the passion, right? We can just forget about it. So the first thing that we need to do is to remember what we used to love, right? If you think back about, throughout the course of your life, what were the things that got you fired up at one point, right? So maybe like for me, anything outside, like I haven't done this for some time, but I used to really, really love hiking. Like just throw me on not a mountain maybe, but a hill, throw me on a hill with pretty trees and maybe a stream or whatever it may be, get me outside, the ocean, great music, right? Go throw some live music in front of me. I don't even care the genre. I'm not a huge rap person, but I could probably enjoy it in person. I don't know. Bike rides with the kids. Like just think about for yourself, what are the things? Maybe it's golf. Maybe it was, tennis or sitting down with a really great book or watercolor. I have no idea. But think about what things in your life used to bring you a lot of joy. And then find a way to do what you love consistently. So, and this can be hard as adults when we're busy adulting, right? We can be stressed. We can have these big to-do lists. There can be a lot going on, but we must, because remember, we were born to thrive, not just survive. So we must find time to bring in the things that we love. So go go golfing, grab some pals and go golfing, or get yourself out on water, or visit a beach, or go play catch with your kids, or whatever it may be. But just find a way to put those pockets into your schedule. And maybe it doesn't have to be, 18 holes, but maybe you do 9 holes, or maybe it's not a whole day on the lake, but you find a way just to walk along the shore, whatever it may be. But find a way to bring those little pockets, even just to look at pictures of times that you enjoyed something you love, but try to find a way to bring it back into your life. Next, don't wait for it, create it. Passion comes from within. So that's why it can be a little bit elusive when we sit there and we kind of can sit back and we can watch the world go by, waiting for something to ignite our passion. But if we wait for the world to bring us our passion, we're going to maybe wait a long time. we need to cultivate it within ourselves. So we might have to dig for it a little bit. And then lastly, we've got to get out of our comfort zone. So, maybe we aren't quite sure what we're passionate about. And maybe we haven't discovered it yet. Like for me, I never would have thought that our industry would be something that I feel so much passion for. I had to get out of my comfort zone and try it before I fell in love with it. And now I can't really picture my life without, well, you guys, right? This group of people. I can't picture my life without getting to help people in some different ways. Like it brings me so much joy, but I really had to feel the fear and do it anyway when I first got started. I didn't know that this was going to be a passion. So we don't really know what activity or what business or what thing is absolutely going to captivate us. So we kind of have to just try stuff, right? Like I'm thinking about my daughter, and I'm supposed to be taking my son to the local science center. It's about an hour away, and I forget what it's called. Rocket Center stuff. I don't even know, but it's in Huntsville. It looks cool. There's a big rocket out front. And my daughter's like, oh, I don't really want to go. Right. And coach is taking a picture. So I probably shouldn't scrunch my nose like that when there's a chance that that's going to be on camera. But my daughter was like, that doesn't really appeal to me. And I said, okay, Chasey and I will have a day with just the two of us. But then when I was thinking about it last night, like if you don't expose yourself to things that even if they aren't really in our normal wheelhouse, if we don't expose ourselves to those things, we have no idea, because maybe she would go and see a star and who knows, right? And get all fired up about it. So get yourself out of your comfort zone, try some things that you wouldn't think are going to fall into your passion and see what happens there. So I love this one today. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Coach. Hopefully everybody has a passionate day.
We're going to, because we're going to listen to Tom Petty. All right, get us going this morning. So I got to finish up with this. I'm listening to an audio in the mornings when I'm at the gym, and it's called The Cell by John Gordon. If you hadn't listened to it or you hadn't read the book, good read. But I got to say this. He ran into this gentleman. I'm going to be real quick. He ran into this gentleman at the airport that was advising him. And at the time in life, he just had lost his passion, the kind of the moral of the story. He lost his passion. And the gentleman that was helping him at the airport invited him, bottom line, to come over to his pizza place. And he was just a normal worker at the pizza place. Guy gets to know this guy, and the guy starts mentoring this executive for this company that lost his passion. And finally, one day they got to be really good friends. And he's like, you know what? I'm sorry for judging you as just a waiter of this pizza joint. And he said, oh, Matt, I'm not a waiter. I own this. It's a franchise. I'm worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. But my passion is coming in here and having conversations with people, getting to know people more, figuring out how I can help people more. And I thought, it hit me, and I thought, man, Brent, are you doing that thing? Like, who have you not called today? Who have you not returned a phone call from? Who have you not returned a text message from? Like it was a kind of a gut check moment for me, because, man, if you can find passion into helping people, a lot of things will take care of itself, right? And so anyway, great lesson for me. Rick, thanks for putting out maybe grandson. Awesome. I don't know if y'all noticed that Rick put his grandson on this morning. Andrea, thanks for the lesson this morning. Guys, we love you. We appreciate you. Have a great hump day out there. See you back tomorrow.
Love you guys. Have a great day.
Blessed day.